3, 2, 1. Good morning, everyone. We're here at the SASAC offices, shooting in the SASAC studio with a legend of the sport. I'm going to let him introduce himself. So, let's hit it off.
Thank you, Honra. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Paul Stonley. I'm the Junior SABAA President. I've been President for Junior SABAA for 3 years. This is my third year now. Basically been in bass angling since 2017.
Oh.
I didn't get into bass angling purely by myself. I actually got into the sport through my son Cameron, who's an avid bass angler. He has his junior Protea colours as well as you do, and he has his under 25 colours. And he basically brought me into the sport. He was well rewarded, and I just thought, I need to put back into the sport. He got a hell of a lot out of it, and just as a parent, seeing the progress that he made, and the confidence that he got through doing the sport, I just thought it should be an honor and a privilege for me to offer my services and do what I can for the sport myself, because I'm hugely grateful and thankful to what the sport's done for my son, and I'm sure there's a lot of other parents out there that feel exactly the same way.
Amazing. I fished with Cameron at Darwindale on the boat. We were actually paired together, so Cameron is absolute legend. You've been sector 3 years now?
Yes, I've been Junior SABAA President. This is actually my third year now. Previous to that, I was Southern Gauteng President. I ran that for about 4 years, and I had the honor and privilege to manage 3 teams, international teams, of which we went to Zimbabwe. And basically that was just in the towards the end of COVID, and we fell behind with internationals due to the COVID, and I think for the first time in history, we did 3 internationals within 6 months.
Oh.
So that was basically the 2020 team, which my son was in, 2021 team, and a 2022 team. So the 2020 team we did in the July, and that was a quick in and out of Zimbabwe to get that under our belts. And then the 2021 team and 2022 team, we combined those together and did those in the December just to catch up within the sequence of the following years.
Amazing. So in our conversation, the name juniors is still popping up. I mean, that's the name that I grew up with.
Yeah.
But I heard there's a name change coming.
Yes, so the name change from SABAA Juniors, we're actually going to be changing it to SABAA Youth, and I'll tell you why. Last year was our inaugural Tri-Nations Cup, which was held in Zimbabwe. And the Tri-Nations Cup is between Zimbabwe, South Africa, and USA. Now, within USA, they have 2 separate youth sections, if I can put it that way. Their juniors are the age groups from 14 down, and their youth are from 14 up to 19. So with all the teams meetings that we've had, and that it's been quite confusing. When we talk about juniors, they think that we are then referring to our under 14-year-olds. So just to get a common denominator, we've changed through to youth, so that we're all on the same page and we all understand, what we're talking about. So basically, Zimbabwe have always followed very closely to the way the USA run things. So that is the reason why we've changed to SABAA Youth, so that we could fit in and we're all on the same page. So there's no confusion.
Yeah, I think it's a great move.
Thank
you.
Very good. Yeah.
No, that's very exciting to hear. I think, youth is a bit more general. Everyone knows who we're talking about is that bigger age group. It's not under 14 years old. So that makes a lot of sense. So with the youth group, how do they get their provincial and then also their national colours?
Okay, so what will happen is, yes, it starts at a provincial level. We have 5 different provinces with their different section heads. So basically, you, depending on what area you would stay in, you would then contact that divisional head, and then they would show you the way, and you'd get access to fish within that province.
Okay.
And then basically, from that province, we take the top 8.
Okay.
From each province, we take the top 8, which then go to nationals. At nationals, then, your top 13 anglers then get Protea nominations. And then from there, we go through to our international.
So once the youth actually competes in the international event, is that when they get their blazers?
No, actually it's not. And funny enough, that's how I was always thought that's what it was. Once you get your Protea nomination and you go to the international, you actually do have your Protea colours.
Oh, wow.
So I think that was something that went way back when. Not sure when. I mean, the juniors have been around since 2003 is when it first started.
Oh.
So we're basically into our 23rd year now. So I think it originates from way back then. So yeah, once you've got your Protea nomination and you on tour, your colours get awarded to you.
Okay.
And then obviously at those internationals, at the awards evening, we hand those blazers over officially.
Does the juniors always compete with Zimbabwe, or is there other countries also involved in internationals?
Yeah, Henry, in the past it was always between South Africa and Zimbabwe, and then we used to alternate every year. One year in Zimbabwe and the next year in South Africa. But now it's changed. Now that we had the birth of the Tri-Nations last year, USA are now involved. So
wow.
With the Tri-Nations, it's now going to alternate between Zimbabwe, South Africa, and the USA.
So our youth are actually going to go and compete in the States?
Yes, and that's been a dream for many youth anglers for many years. And as you know, it's hugely expensive to go overseas and fish. And it's an absolute blessing and fantastic that this has come about. Our anglers are going to get to go to America. So basically this year it's our turn to host. So it will be held in South Africa. The venue and the dates will be out shortly.
Okay, we'll have a look.
And then next year we'll be off to the USA. Obviously, we don't know where we're going yet, but there's huge excitement there, and looking forward to it.
That's going to be amazing. I mean, it was a dream of mine to fish there, and to make it a possibility for these youth members. Wow, well done. I need to take my hat off for you for organising that.
Thank you. It's a pity you weren't younger when you would have been going.
I wish. Anyway, so on that note, what do you mostly enjoy about your sector, about the youth?
From my side, it's been a passion.
That's amazing.
It's actually a passion for me. And like I mentioned earlier, I just want to give back. I have made a lot of changes since Youth SABAA has gone on its own. This is the 3rd year that our SABAA Youth is on its own, and when I say it's on its own, we have to find our own sponsors, pay our own way. In the past, Senior SABAA Opens used to obviously pay our way for our flagship events like nationals and internationals. So now we're looking for, our own sponsors, partners, donations. To keep it running, because obviously we like to subsidize our anglers on all these trips. Kits cost a lot. If you've got a fly, that costs a lot. We try and help out where we can from our side. So we're always looking for sponsors and partners.
No, that's a note that we'll join out, but I just want to add on that. Youth has always been such an attractive sector for me for sponsors, because the parents are involved and they're there at every weigh-in, and they're also very passionate about the sport. So I want to say, by getting a bit more eyes on your brand there, it's not only the anglers that's seeing that brand, it's the parents, the grandmothers, the brothers, the sisters.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a very attractive sector for sponsors.
Yeah, and the thing is with our youth, the more sponsors, the more partnerships that we can get in, the more we can help, the more we can assist, the more we can develop. You know, the money goes a long way, and it's well utilized. And all we're trying to do is grow the sport. It's a fantastic sport. It keeps our youth out of shopping centres, those places, you know. There's nothing better than, and that's coming from a bass angler, there's nothing better than standing on a boat and being surrounded by mountains and wildlife.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
I agree 100. I'm not a morning person, but I've probably seen more sunsets and sunrises than all my friends because I wake up so early to go and fish.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
No, it is an amazing sport. So on that note of sponsors, who's your current sponsors of the youth group?
We're very fortunate currently to have 7 sponsors, that being Shimano, Lutzachen, McCarthy Baits, Clover, HMF Technologies, Kadar Printers, and Click Craze Marketing.
Fantastic. For those that don't know, Click Craze Marketing is my business, my baby. And we're going to help give back to the sponsors with the events. So we're going to film all the events, or most of them, the flagship events, and give back to the sport a bit, and also, you know, give the necessary exposure to, I want to say, those loyal sponsors. So on the note of sponsor exposure, what does sponsor get out of their, I want to say, efforts into the youth group?
Thanks, Henry. Basically, so nationwide, one would get exposure for 40 events.
Wow.
Or 40 provincial events. And then we have 2 flagship events, that being our nationals and our internationals, our Tri-Nations Cup.
Okay. That's amazing. And all of those, there'll be banners, if they provide the banners, I reckon. And then obviously on all of their Facebook, Instagram, social media platforms as well, a bit of exposure.
Exactly, and that's where you come in.
That's where I will come in.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, yes, we have banners. We have all the logos printed on our fishing shirts. So we try and give maximum exposure. And now that obviously you're on board, we're going to push that exposure much further. Like I'm looking forward to this Tri-Nations coming up, you know, much more social media, video.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great. So I'm very excited to show you guys what we can do. And then also I just want to add on that note, from being a youth member back in the day, I remember my parents went out of the way to support those sponsors that was on our shirts. I remember it very well, especially with Clover, you know, all the different brands of milk. Yeah. But we used to go for the Clover one just because that name was on the back of our shirts.
Right.
So I want to say, I think in the youth group there's a lot of loyalty.
Yeah.
So
correct.
Yeah, I think sponsors get a lot of exposure and also just loyal customers for the long term as well. So is there any big upcoming events that sponsors can maybe get involved with?
Yeah, so currently we have the Tri-Nations Cup that we are hosting in South Africa. And we are looking for sponsors, partnerships, donations. As you know, it costs a lot to host an event of that magnitude. And we want to expose and give our partners and sponsorships maximum exposure.
So how can sponsors contact the youth group to get involved?
Basically, anyone that's interested in sponsoring or becoming partners of our youth SABAA, they can contact myself directly. Yes, and I'm sure you would put it on our Facebook.
We'll put it right in the description of this video as well. But thank you very much. I really appreciate
your time. Thanks very much, I know, appreciate it.
Very excited for the youth and what's upcoming. So, best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.